Okay, for this project, we're going to be creating a mask. So I'm going to show you some examples from former students that have pulled off this assignment. So this is a student, Ashton Billings. Some of you may know she's a former Parkview student. So what you're going to do is one image is going to stay in color, and you're going to create a filter or do an adjustment on everything else. So for this one, she ended up doing keeping herself in color and doing everything in the background as desaturate. Desaturate is kind of your common one that you just leave alone. She did it again with this one here. She ended up doing quite a few. So this is her third one she ended up doing. It doesn't have to have you in it though. Like she likes the University of Iowa volleyball team, and so she ended up doing this one. It's called a kaleidoscope filter, and ended up just doing a mask on the one volleyball player that she really likes to follow. Then she also did one where it was a picture that she took of a butterfly, and so I think this is kind of a cool thing when it's actually a photo that you've taken or something that's personal, instead of just grabbing it off the internet. So she ended up doing quite a few here, as you can see. But some you only need to do one of them though. All right, it's kind of a one-day project unless you want to extend it and do some more over the weekend, submit some extra. I'll definitely, if you're like between B plus A minus type thing, it definitely will weight your grade to get the better grade if you end up doing more than one. This person ended up doing an athlete. This person ended up just taking a photo that they posted on like Instagram and then did a filter, as you can see on the guitar. This one, love it, ended up doing one with family member. And then there's the kaleidoscope again, but with their team. So I think you guys get the gist. You're just gonna now. This one actually took quite a while. The person ended up having to create a mask over all the feet and shoes, sandals, whatnot. This one took a while as well. They ended up doing a mask almost over every cheerleader except one. Just you only end up having to do it around one, but when you end up doing it on five total, that takes a while. So what we're going to end up doing, this is a picture I took of some students from Prairie Ridge. We'll end up just figuring out the one thing you want to keep in color. So I ended up starting to work on this, and I want to keep this student, Jackson, in color, and everything else I'm going to desaturate. This student ended up doing, instead of the desaturate, ended up doing, it's called night vision. So the background it creates this, darker green. And then as you can see, they did the mask on the character in the middle. So, all right, let's get going. So on your Google Classroom, there's a link to Pixel Editor. Once you click on that link, then go to Open Image from Computer. Find your image, which in this case, I did not transfer this picture. So I'm gonna download it, and then you could go to the internet and find something too. But now I'm going to take that picture that I just downloaded. Oh, bother. Just going a little slow. Open image from computer. Come on. Come on, internet. I know you want to work for me. My goodness. Took a while. Okay, there we go. So, got the picture that I was showing you before. First thing we need to do is unlock it. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take this tool. It's called the lasso tool. All right. I'm going to hold and go as close as I can around Jackson. Now, you have to click this once and grab and go around. If you mess up and accidentally chop off going through his waist, you have to deselect it and start again. All right. So I've got that done. Now I'm going to go under layers. You're going to see these tools right down here. One of them is just garbage can. I think you understand what that is. But this one that has a circle that's darkened, it says add layer mask. So we're going to click on that. And then you're going to notice in your layers, it has kind of a green space, green blob over the section that you have here. Well, now what I need to do is on my navigator, I need to, instead of having this red rectangle going around everything, I'm going to zoom in close to him and start deleting Anthony here, going peace. The brush, though, for the eraser, it defaults it to like an airbrush eraser. We want to go to a lower number that's a solid circle at the top, and then we want to get really close to Jackson here. And oops, I already made a mistake. Control Z that. And I just want to slowly, and this might take 15 minutes to just slowly go around and delete everything. But you get the gist. You're just going to want to slowly move this navigator box around and delete everything that's in the background. Okay? To save you some time, I'm not going to do that, and I'm just going to keep this crumb picture here. So now, next thing I want to do is I'm going to add, I'm going to go to layer and go to open images layer, add another layer. And when I do that, oh my gosh, the internet's a little slow today. I'm going to go back to the downloads and find that same picture. I have not adjusted the size of it or anything, so it should look the same. I'm going to drag it and put it to the bottom, this one that I just put in. This one right here, I'm now going to go to filter, and I'm going to pick something. So let's go to the really popular one, the kaleidoscope. All right, and you can see how it altered everything except the space that I didn't delete. So I'm going to go cancel. I'm just now going to go to adjustment and do the one that everybody tends to default to, the desaturate. So now if I go back to the one that's on mask, I can continue to enhance it and delete more space. So and it'll just get better and better. But then when you're completely done, then go File, Save, and make sure that it the format is either PNG or JPEG. This part doesn't matter. So, but I'm going to change the name of it to say that it's the mask project. So mask. And then, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to put in my name. So you guys would end up putting in your first and last name for this, and then put in what filter you ended up using. So I'm going to put in desaturate so that I know what I did. Some people ended up doing 3 or 4 combined filters. Like you could start off with doing desaturate, and then in addition to that, do like the kaleidoscope so that the background's a grayscale, but then also, you know, has that filter on it. But you can do as many alterations to it as you want. Just make sure that you save that. The other thing is if you save it in your downloads and say that your Chromebook, laptop, whatever ends up going kaput, you need to get a loaner, then you're not going to have it. And so then you're going to come to me with the excuse saying, hey, I did have it, and then going in a roundabout way saying, but, you know, this and that happened, and so I needed to get a loaner, so give me an extension, or do I get a pass? No. So make sure that you save it in your drive, and then find where it is exactly you need to save it to. So maybe you put it in your art room folder, but anyway, so make sure that you save it in the correct location to where you're going to remember it. All right. So I'm going to put it in my middle school folder in 7th grade. And then I'm going to put it in with the Pixlr stuff so that I know where it's at. So, boom. All right, people. Hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching.